There are many chemical transmitters in the brain, including the dopamine system. Our ability to move is controlled by substances that stimulate and inhibit those control signals. In a balanced system, the brain is able to perfectly control the muscles of the body without any problems. In Parkinson's disease, the system is imbalanced. Dopamine is disturbed and the muscles behave incorrectly. This occurs because the cells that produce dopamine die and therefore become inactive. This causes the classical Parkinson symptoms of slowing down of movements, rigidity, and tremor. At every normal cell ending, there are small vesicles which store packets of dopamine. Dopamine is used in a long chain of electrical impulses. The dopamine packets are released in small waves into the synapse, which is where the nerve cells carry on this chemical communication. Dopamine stimulates the surface of the adjacent nerve ending, and that nerve in its turn sends the impulse to the next cell, etc. When a certain threshold of dead cells is reached, the brain is no longer able to compensate for the lack of dopamine. This is when Parkinson's disease becomes symptomatic. In the beginning stages of Parkinson's, the medicine supplied externally, plus the brain's residual storage, is sufficient to control motor activity. The so-called therapeutic window is large, and symptoms are by and large controlled. However, as the disease progresses and more cells die off, the brain becomes entirely dependent upon external dopamine sources. In this case, the dopamine levels can go from too low to too high in a fluctuating fashion, since the so-called therapeutic window has narrowed. This excessive dopamine can cause too much movement or dyskinesias, and the return to low levels causes slowness and rigidity.